Hello at Work.
Good morning and welcome to another wonderful edition of the program Hello at Work, a program that brings you trending issues on social media. On the radio station Unity 93.3 FM and the TV station Unity TV. My name is Sani Ibrahim and I warmly welcome you to this particular edition of the program. I'm not alone in the studio today. I'm together with a human rights activist in person of Mrs. Chidima Stevens. Mrs. Chidima, welcome once again.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone.
Okay. Good morning on behalf of the listener. All right. During the course of the program, you can go to our Facebook page at Unity Radio FM TV. Just like us, drop your comments, and you can also share the program on our page. And you can go to that's SMS us through the number 08037497127, 08037497127. Later on, I will open the lines for you to call in if you have any question for our guest today. We are going to discuss about gender-based violence. Mrs. Chidima, let's start with gender-based violence. What is gender-based violence?
Thank you very much. Gender-based violence is any act that is perpetuated against anyone with the intention to harm the person either physically, emotionally, economically, sexually as a result of the person's gender. And when we are talking about gender here, we are not just referring to female or girls, we are referring to everyone, both male and female. But when you say gender-based violence, you are referring to acts and actions that is meant to work against one as a result of their gender.
Okay. All right. We had that. Any act or that is being perpetrated against any gender with the intention to inflict pain or harm to that particular person. All right. What do you do as an organization entirely? What do you do?
Okay, my organization is APIN Public Health Initiative, and we are an organization that cares for human rights, and we attend to public health issues. And part of the public health issue we attend to is fighting and speaking against gender-based violence. Our core competence, especially on the plateau, is providing care and support to people living with HIV and AIDS. We provide free medical services in terms of tests and provision of medications. And in the course of our work, we have an aspect which has to do with gender-based violence, preventing and creating awareness about gender-based violence.
Okay, when we talk about gender-based violence, a lot of times you hear the men actually says that they have been, violated, their own gender have been violated. I keep telling them that keep explaining without proof. Can a man actually be, can he his own gender be violated?
Very well. Just like I said from my opening statement,
okay.
Gender-based violence is any act or action that is taken against a person based on the person's gender. But the reason why most men feel that they are not being spoken in favor of is that there is no much statistics to show that there is violence against men. But we have a statistic that shows that UNICEF actually did that study. 3 out of every girl is either assaulted or will be assaulted, either sexually or physically. It is a record that is shown. There is data for it, while that of men or boys has to do with 1 out of 10. So you can see that there is so much disparity. And when we have the data we have has to do with more women are being violated than men. So it's not as if men are not also involved.
Okay. Do we have any age variation that are more at risk when it comes to gender-based violence?
Yes. The data has shown that minors, those that cannot speak for themselves, are usually the ones that are most affected. And when we talk about minors, we are talking about below the age of 18, because they are very vulnerable. Maybe a woman that is 18 and above might have the energy and the strength to resist, but a minor will easily be empowered. So will easily be outpowered. So it's usually the data is more between minors, those that cannot stand and speak for themselves, those that cannot even give consent for you to do anything with them.
All right, we have certain times where you see that guardians or housekeepers do violate kids. What would be your call to parents out there?
Okay, we are using this opportunity to enlighten parents that actions, statements, words that we speak to our children goes a long way to predispose them to assault, predispose them to violence. Most times, parents, caregivers do not even know that what they are saying or what they are doing is a form of violence or assault to their children. But we're using this opportunity to create awareness that parents need to be open to learn what to say, what not to say. Because the things you say predispose your children to violence, and in the way that they will go outside there, meet a person that will pretend to be a friend. Meanwhile, the person's plan is to violate such a child. So we are giving an opportunity for parents to also allow their children participate in a program we are doing, because as an organization we have a program that is on ground which helps to teach our children how to prevent gender-based violence. So I'm sure as we go on, we'll talk about it.
All right. You talk about words that parents usually utter to their kids. What are the examples of these particular words?
Okay. When, as a mother, you are waking up a child from sleep, and the first thing you will say is, "You this stupid girl, come on, wake up. Wake up. Don't you know that you will be late for school?" You are emotionally abusing that child, because the bell of stupidity, foolishness will be ringing in the child's mind, and the child will believe that he or she is stupid. So when he or she goes out there and somebody else say, "Look at you, stupid girl," say, "Okay, even my mom said I'm stupid." So you are emotionally violating that child.
All right, so parents out there, you have heard, most at times we do utter things to our children that, if not, you just mentioned it, I've never known, to be candid, I've never known that, I know that words have an effect on a child, so we should try as much as possible, most at times, to always say things that are positive to our children, rather than always uttering the negative of that particular words.
Thank you very much.
All right. Do you have trainers or people you train to help you in discharging these duties?
Thank you very much for that question. My organization, we've been trained to provide services to prevent gender-based violence. There's a program we call No Means No. In the communities, you will see some young boys and girls wearing a t-shirt. I should have worn my t-shirt today too, wearing a t-shirt that says "No means no." What those young boys and girls are doing is that they have a curriculum that teaches young boys and girls. The girls are trained separately, the boys are trained separately in a cohort of 20-25. The boys are being trained as bystander in the prevention of HIV, in the prevention of gender-based violence, meaning that when they see actions that is leading to gender-based violence, they speak out, they defend the girls. They are being taught. while the girls are also being trained both emotionally, psychologically, and even through physical empowerment. We call it empowerment self-defense, on how to defend themselves and be alert when anything is happening around them that is abnormal and will predispose them to any form of sexual or gender-based violence. That program is a program that runs either 2 weeks for 1 hour or 1 week for 2 hours. So currently we are collaborating with State Ministry of Women Affairs, Ministry of Education. So our boys and girls have advocacy that we have done. So we go to the schools and then hold the program with them when they give us the permission to do so. We also go to the community and we also hold the program with them. Yesterday, among the children that we had this program with, we had a quiz for them, and it was so revealing because the questions we asked, our children were able to answer those questions. So we know that they are being empowered to be able to prevent themselves.
Is it after the training or?
Yes, after the training.
After training them,
yes,
the quiz has been issued,
yes,
and they were able to.
Yes.
Is it free?
Yes, it's free.
So any school can actually come up
exactly
and demand for such. For
thank you very much. Once you ask us, we'll make arrangements with you. You give us the timing. We'll work with your time and we'll tell you how our curriculum runs. Every child is expected to attend 2 hours training for 1 week or 1 hour training for 2 weeks. It depends on how flexible, yes, it is for you, how convenient it is for you as a school or a community, a church, even church, mosques, wherever you want us to hold it, we are very available and it is free.
All right. Do you have any office where they can contact you or a number that can be, dialed if they need such assistance?
Yes, I can drop my number with you. I can also drop the numbers of our trainers so that they can be contacted. So after the program, I'll drop the number of our trainers. We'll have the instructor for the boys. We'll have instructor for the girls.
All right. We talked about issues of contact office. Do you have any contact?
Yes. Our office is in Rayfield. Our office is in Rayfield, and number 2 Matt Estate. That is where APIN office is, in Rayfield, close to Government House. That's where our office is. NGOs, we do not have signboards. We don't put signboard, but that is our office in Rayfield, number 2 Matt Estate, close to Atiku Junction. That is where our office is.
All right. The next question I want to ask is, so far, just like you said, what is the let me say slogan or the theme for this year's?
Okay, the theme for this year's 16 days activism against gender-based violence is Unite, Invest to Prevent Violence Against Women and Girls. Unite. What it means is that every one of us, just like I am here now and I'm speaking and the whole public is hearing, in our churches, let us unite. In our mosques, let us unite. In our women group, let us unite. In our youth group, let us unite. Let's raise our voice against any form of gender-based violence and speak out so that people will know. The truth of the matter is that most people do not even know when an assault is being meted out to them. They do not know when something is violating their human right. So as we keep speaking, as we keep training our children, training our adolescents, they know that what this person is trying to do to me is that the person is violating my rights. There is a topic that we teach our children, which I want every parent to have it at the back of their mind. We call it TTA. TTA means target, test, and attack. So you need to know that an attacker, a perpetrator, a violator, whatever name you choose to call the person, will not just attack like that. They will first of all test. in the neighborhood, every time you send your child to go and buy something, the person will come with beautiful statement. Oh, you look good today. I want to see what the person's reaction will do. Is trying to test. First of all, they look at easy targets. Oh, this child looks very respectful. Every time she's passing, she greets. Oh, they are following up. She's not the aggressive type. They are targeting. They are being friendly. They are targeting. Then they begin to test. They test by speaking words. They will speak words to you. I want to see what your reaction will be.
Kind words.
Thank you. Kind word. By the time you accept the kind word, they will now bring uncomfortable words. Words that ordinarily you should be able to respond and say, I don't like that you are saying to me. And we teach our children to name the behavior. Don't call me your wife. Oh, my wife. Don't call me your wife. You name the behavior. Don't call me your wife. I am not your wife. If you are assertive, the person will withdraw, because having tested you, you want to see what your reaction will be. You say, don't call me your wife. By the time you react that way, the person will hold back. But if you are smiling, that's why we say no means no. When you say no, you mean no. No, don't come close to me. This is my boundary. My body is my boundary. Don't come close to me. You stand your ground and resist that attempt. But if you do not, that is when it gets to attack. Because you are already comfortable, they know that you are comfortable, then they attack. So we refer to it as TTE, target, test, and attack.
TTA, target, test, and attack. Most of the times you mentioned of issue of people actually saying because it's kind of, when I grew up, when I was growing up, it's more of a usual thing for an older person, a friend to your grandfather, calling a female granddaughter my wife, this and this, and the granddaughter happens to come closer, and we have issues of cuddling, this and that. But nowadays it is being tagged as no, because we have why is it being tagged as a no-go area, that it should be banned?
Thank you very much. Like I told you, we teach our children to set boundaries. Set boundaries. Anything that you are not comfortable with, you know that our mind, because like I told you, we teach our children weapons. It's not just the physical weapon. Your body is a weapon. Your mind is a weapon. Your spirit is a weapon.
The age range you are actually targeting.
Yes.
You said from 9
to 14.
From 9 to 14.
Yes.
Most of the times you see that all these kids that are not even prone to going out, is either, if they are going out, it is going to the mosque or church, or going to the school, and later on they are being home already. Then these kids are not open to some of these social activities, within their vicinity and environment.
Yes.
How are they even able to know that this is a wrong move?
Okay.
That makes them comfortable? Because I don't, some ages like 9, they are not, if they don't even know their left to right.
Yes.
They still need assistance of
Yes.
a guardian or parent.
Yes.
At that particular moment. So how do you put that through?
Okay, that is the reason why we are picking that age, because it is from that age that their reasoning ability is widened. So if you start teaching them things they should know, things they should be aware of, as they are growing older, they know that at this point, when somebody is becoming too close for comfort, I will set boundaries. You teach them to tell their parents. We tell them to, don't ever allow anybody to silence you and say, that most of the issues that have happened under our roof, that an uncle is molesting a 5-year-old, and what he tells us, if you tell your daddy, if you tell your mom. So in our program, we teach them to say it. Anything that happens, ensure that you tell your parent, ensure that you tell a significant person that will be able to stop the attack from where it starts.
And also, I think even the parents need this particular training.
Yes.
Why? Because most of the times, like me, I'm I'm working. When you get back home, you are tired, you are being stressed. Mommy, this, no, shut up. I'm tired. I don't have time for all this. You know, most of the times, parents try to shut their kids even before they utter anything reasonable.
Yes. Yes. So that's why we also teach our children this particular program, that when you finish learning, when you go home, go and tell your mommy, go and tell your daddy, this is what we were taught. So as you interact with your parent, they will now understand that they were not doing it right. And that's why I'm using this opportunity to let our parents and our caregivers out there know that it is very important for us to listen to our children. Listen to them, because if you do not listen to them, somebody else will listen to them outside there, make them a soft target, and they will attack. But before you know it, it's already late for you. So when we teach our children, they will also come and let you know. So you are also empowered and you know how to guide them. And as funny and as hurting as it is, we know that there are parents that sexually abuse their children.
Okay.
There are parents that
you actually give birth.
Yes, sexually abuse their children. I saw the shock on your face. They sexually abuse their children. So we also teach our children to beware of parents that sexually abuse them, and let the one that is not in the abusive relationship know about it.
Okay.
And when such non-abusive parent is not doing anything about it, the Ministry of Women Affairs is there for them to report the matter to. I've handled cases of a child that was being raped by her father
Countless times,
until we had a program and we were talking about it and she disclosed. So we reported the matter to Ministry of Women Affairs and they took the matter.
You see this instance you gave last month, I think here on this particular program, I took a topic about a father who actually was having carnal knowledge of his own daughter, who is just 16 years of age. And when he happens to find out that yes, this girl is actually pregnant, he went to a nearby pharmacy, took and bought abortion pills for that particular young girl. So when she discovers that her father is trying to, abort the baby she's having for like the third time, she ran away and reported. So that particular story also, hit me hard. It hit me hard, and I blame her parents. That's the mother and her mother's people. If there is any issue of domestic violence and it leads to divorce in a marriage, I think the mother has the right to actually go ahead and take the female kids away. If there is any issue relating that, who is going to take custody? I think the father should take custody of the male children. Why the mother should go ahead and take custody of the female children? Because it's only a mother that can stand by her own female children.
You are very correct.
So the devil is always there. Do not say that it's her father, this and that. You are not there. And you cannot give testification of a man with a female. You cannot. If we can relate that, back even when the world started, we have issues of Adam and Eve when Satan came in between and also caused disruption. So do not trust a man with a female child. A female child for that matter, and also why I blame her own the mother's people and her mother, even if the mother is late. I bet she had grandparents. They should be able to say, yes, this girl, since she's just a female, I think we need to take custody of her as her grandparents. Or she has an aunt who actually, it's better an aunt take custody of her than letting her. She's just 16 and she already had 3 abortions. So what do we say to that? The damage has already been done, be it physically, psychologically, and mentally.
Exactly.
And she's also depressed. She needs to undergo serious, therapy for her to be able to actually, in the future, believe or even fall in love with another man. Exactly. Because she will see the whole man as one of the same character.
Very correct.
That's why when you just mentioned that, parents actually molesting, I keep wondering. Most of the times, it's not even that the wife is absent. In the presence, under the roof, where the mother and father are there, and he sees and he finds something interesting in the, oh my goodness, a child that you gave birth to. With all the women we have roaming about on earth, with
they're
all
looking for husbands and looking for men.
Most of the times, back days, we significantly, relate these cases to issues of rituals. Yes. But no, it's not relating to any rituals. They just do it willingly. Mm-hmm. And most of the times, you see these suspects actually without any pity or remorse on their faces.
They are not remorseful.
They are confident. They are happy doing what they do. And if they happen to be set free, they will still do it again.
Exactly.
So, we have this issue of embalmment. Now the kids are about to go on holiday. What would be your call to the parents out there?
I would like to say very significantly, parents, especially the mothers, please pay very close attention to your children, the girl child in particular. Listen to them. Listen to them. Whatever they want to say, allow them to say what they want to say. It is in their saying what they want to say that you pick out what is happening around them. They might just make passive statements. Then you as a mother, you as a father, you pay attention to know if that uncle is touching, that aunt is touching. You need to pay attention to your children. Yes, we are all looking out for how to go and make ends meet. Yesterday, I went to the office. One of my colleagues, she came with her children. And I was so excited because I'm like, having to have them around, you will keep an eye.
And you have that peace of mind to do what is needed of you.
So, all we are saying is that parents should please, out of our very tight schedule, looking for money. The children we are looking for the money for, we end up getting the money and losing the children. Very importantly, let's pay attention to our children. Let's pay attention to the girl child, because statistics have shown that the girl child is the one that is most vulnerable, most abused, most molested, most everything. So let's pay attention to our children.
All right, thank you so much, Mrs. Chidima Stevens. All right, with this, I've told you can go to our Facebook page at Unity Radio FM TV. Just like our page and drop your comments and questions, and we'll take it directly on the program. We'll be going on a music and commercial break with the men on council so that the guests can actually have a time to rest. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello at work. Stay calm, keep hustling, and live life to the fullest.
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way.
It concerns you. It a kill love, it a kill dreams. It a land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Unity TV.
I was the head boy in my primary school, senior prefect and best graduating student in my secondary school, but drug abuse almost ruined my life.
I was on an average of 2 grams of cocaine per day.
I was taking 8 ampoules of pentazosine daily.
European shisha, cocaine.
I became a user, a dealer, and a gangster.
I saw other users drowning. I knew I didn't want to be like them, but I was already trapped.
My family disowned me.
My employment was terminated.
I sold my car, sold my house. I'll go out well-dressed and return shoeless, shirtless in exchange for drugs.
I was seeing things that were not real, and I once stabbed myself because I felt something crawling under my skin.
I contacted NDLEA and started therapy.
I spent 3 months in therapy.
I spent 8 months.
It's easy to relapse, but your mind has to be stronger than the cravings.
Drugs does not love you. You are not the one using drugs. Drugs are the one using you. Say no to drug abuse.
Unity. Unity. Unity TV. Unity.
Get ready to be
back from the music and commercials with the men and council. If you're just tuning in, it's Unity TV and Unity Radio FM 93.3, and the program going on is Hello at Work, a program that brings you trending issues on social media. I'm not alone, like I said, in the studio. I'm together with Mrs. Chidima Stevens, a human rights activist. So before we went for the break, we discussed a lot of issues relating to gender-based violence. So, Ms. Chidima, why is it that gender-based violence is so important to you as an organization?
Thank you very much for that question. Gender-based violence is very important because it affects the mental, physical, financial, all-round aspect of human life. Because somebody that has been molested sexually or physically will not think right, the person will not sleep well, the person will be traumatized. And then my organization focuses on HIV prevention. When people are sexually violated, when they are raped, you don't ask the attacker or the rapist, are you HIV infected? If you are HIV infected, before you rape me, use condom. No. A person that is raped, if no care is given to that person, particularly, the possibility of getting HIV infection is very high because you do not know the HIV status of the person that raped you. And we also want to use this opportunity to state that when people are being raped, it is important you report to the hospital immediately so that you can be given post-exposure prophylaxis. Post-exposure prophylaxis is to take care of the person, peradventure the person that raped him or her, because both boys and girls are also raped, is HIV infected. You will be given medication that you will take for 28 days to prevent HIV infection. So that is why it's very, very important. HIV, GBV, especially rape, is a doorway, a straight doorway to HIV infection because you do not know the status of the person that raped you, and the possibility of getting HIV infected is very high. So that is why gender-based violence is very important to us. Talking about physical wound, when it has to do with gender-based violence. The person that injures you and you have a cut, the person might also have a cut, and the person might be HIV infected. If the person's blood touches your own, the possibility of also getting HIV
is
high.
All right, for you to actually call in and contribute, the number to call is 07032353315, 07032353315, or if you're not getting me, you can use the numbers on your screen. And the number for you to actually send in your text message is 08037497127, 08037497127. You need to call in and ask the guests a question, because you might not have another chance to do that. The number to still call again is 07032353315. Go to our Facebook page at Unity Radio FM TV, like our page, and also drop your comments. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Musa.
Musa from where? Hello? Alright, we lost Musa, who is our first caller. You need to call back on the number 07032353315, 07032353315, or rather go to our Facebook page at Unity Radio FM TV. Just like our page and drop your question, and the guest will take your question directly. Alright, we have this one, Pastor Henry Dewe. He says, good morning, Lady Rookie and the guest in the studio. Pastor Henry JJ Dewe, known as Young T of Doncaster from Rayfield. I want to ask your guest, is there any issue of rape in marriage? Because many are misleading people on this particular issue. Is there any issue of rape in marriage?
Thank you very much, Pastor Henry, for asking that question. A woman has a right over her body, especially when it has to do with her health. The possibility of a woman being raped in marriage is there, because if she is not physically sound or health-wise she is not sound, and a man wants to have sex with her and she is not willing, it is referred to as rape. Even though I have interacted with legal practitioners and they say there is nothing like that in the Constitution of Nigeria. In other countries there are, but a woman needs to be healthy, she needs to be strong. So if her husband should have sex with her as against her will, it is referred to as rape. Thank you.
Alright, the number to still call again, calls are coming in, is 07032353315, 07032353315. Our time is almost up. You need to call as quickly as possible, or rather go to our Facebook page at Unity Radio FM TV. Just like our page and drop your comment. And this one is saying, hi, Agom John Johanna. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Alright, the number to still call again is 07032353315, 07032353315. Okay. You've heard from the guests, issues. A lot of people, they say, are misleading the issue of rape in marriage. How possible is that? You can tell that I paid her bride price, this and that, so how can I be the one to actually rape her? But thank God you've answered to that particular question.
Her bride price was paid, but she's not a property that you have right over anytime, any day. She's not a property. She's a human being. Yes.
Needs to be asked also.
Yes, and sex is supposed to be enjoyed between husband and wife, between partners. So if you are going against her wish, there is no how she will enjoy it. So if you go against her wish, it is called rape.
All right. The number to still call again. Okay, we have this one. Murtala Yahayame Igya from our Facebook page. He says, good morning, HAJARKU and your guests in the studio. The guests have really spoken well. Thanks for the good work. Always appreciate your good work you are doing. Please keep it up. The truth is that life is now ruined, so we have to stand up and move forward with prayer. God said, get up, let me help you, and we'll fix our lives before God protect us. May Almighty Allah bless you more. God bless Nigeria. Stay in peace. Peace is priceless. From Murtala Yahaya Igya and Shanu. Thank you so much, Murtala Yahaya Igya and Shanu. The number to still call again is 070 3235 3315 070 3235 3315. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. I think there's an issue with our phone lines today. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
Hello.
Good morning, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
Hello.
Good morning, I'm listening. What's your name and where are you calling us from? Rabil? All right, welcome on board, Rabil. Do you have any question for our guest? Hello, Rabil? Hello? All right, Rabil, I think the network is really not on my side this morning. The number to still call again is 070-3235-3315. Go to our Facebook page, like and share. Hello? Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Muhibba, calling from Bauchi.
Muhibba from Bauchi. Do you have any question for our guest today?
I think I just want to add something more to the topic.
Okay, go ahead.
So I feel like in marriage there can still be rape. I consider when people are having something sexual, it should be everybody should have there should be consent between the two of them. And if there's no consent, that means it is rape. When there's violence or use of threats.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, Muhibba, I'm listening. Go ahead.
So I think if the woman doesn't consent, so it becomes rape. I think that everybody should have a space. So when there is no space, I think though it usually happens to the female, I think that without her consent, it can be called rape. So that's what I have to say.
All right, thank you so much, Muhibba from Bauchi Road. We have this message from our Facebook page. I read, hello, Unity FM radio station. Hello, Mrs. Rukaya and your visitor. The visitor have spoken well. I really miss it all. Thank you and all the best, sir. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Musa from Katakobri.
Musa from Katakobri. Do you have any question for our guest? Hello? All right, Musa, I think you have something to say because he just called back. He was our first caller. We couldn't get him through. If you're not coming through the phone lines, you can actually send us a text message from using the number 08037497127, 08037497127. Or you can call again on the number 07032353315, 07032353315. Muhibba has said it all. She said, without any consent, be it a man or woman, it is called rape at that particular moment. No, it's good to know that the younger generation, the Gen Z, are also have an idea. They are aware about this certain issue. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
Fine. How is your work?
I'm fine. What's your name?
My name is Hafsat Idris.
Hafsat Idris, welcome on board. Do you have any question for our guest? Hello, Hafsat. All right. I think that'll be our last call for the day. This is where we'll draw the curtain of the program. Hello at work. So far so good. We've discussed about gender-based violence with me, Rukayat Sani Ibrahim, and Mrs. Chidima Stevens. Do you have any last call to our listener?
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to talk and to express myself as regards gender-based violence and the evil it is perpetuating in our society today. Just like I was saying concerning what it does to people who have been molested or violated. In our program, we have also discovered that most women who are not doing well in taking their medications when it comes to HIV drug is because they are being molested or violated in their homes. So when they are molested, when they are violated, they do not have the mindset, the right mindset to take their medication. Some of them, in the process of being beaten, they flee homes and they leave their drugs behind. Before you know it, they start failing on treatment and they do not do well. So you see that gender-based violence affects every aspect of life, or is even children. A woman that is being molested, a woman that is being violated, a woman who experiences gender-based violence cannot take care of her children adequately. So by the time she does not take care of her children adequately, others would help her to take care of those children in the way that is inappropriate. So we all have to unite, just like the word and the team says. Let us unite and stop gender-based violence. By the time we do so, we will see that our society and our economy will be a better one. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. And please, go out there and be a voice. Let us stop gender-based violence.
All right, a big thank you to you, Mrs. Chidima Stevens. Thank you for being here with us and for sharing this rare and knowledge onto the public. A big thank you. I hope when next we invite you, you come and air your voice.
I'm very willing.
All right, and also a big thank you to you, our listeners out there. Without you, I wouldn't be sitting here. We urge you to keep a day with us on Monday, same time, same station. Keep your dial on Unity TV and Unity Radio 93.3. Bye-bye and stop.